Let's get started.
Now let's get it all in perspective. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
Do not attempt to adjust your dial. I'm transmitting live. Yo,
Let's get down to business.
Now let's get it all in perspective. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
All right.
for the underground world, every street and borough.
You may learn something.
Experience.
Post Joe. It's the Post Joe. You're on the Patreon because you know what's good because it's the
motherfucking
Post Joe. All right, Kamar, you had a bunch of fucking wild shit on your list there.
But I did miss in the Save the Parks.
Can I ask you a question
episode.
though, just to start? David Mamet, you rated it a 3.5. Like, it's weird because that's someone where I'm like, okay, I get that Kamar would agree with a lot of this guy's like views or politics, but it's just weird to me that you would have liked that podcast itself, like on the merit of listening to them
It's
have
like a noise bubble for me.
It's just, well, no, but to me, it's like, it wasn't a good conversation. Like, if that was someone that I agreed with wholeheartedly on all their opinions, I still would have been like, that was...
I did like his ramblings.
And let's
Okay,
back
fair
up.
enough.
I'll say this, Kamar. If Joe hadn't have been, if he hadn't have kept asking him the same thing and how he wouldn't answer, if he had just been telling stories, I would have been fine with
think so.
that.
I think that would have been a 5.
The interaction between the two of them, and it just annoyed me, and I couldn't like get it out of my craw. I just wanted him to answer.
It was
Yes.
civil-
And the more he evaded, the more it frustrated me. But no, I liked his stories too. Like old Hollywood, I have no problem with that, you know?
It almost felt like what are they, like a focus group. It felt like I was being tested by the CIA. Like I'm sitting, like there's a glass behind me, like a one-way glass, and I can't see through it. But someone was like, because it just like you said, Simon, it's almost like a test. Like how long can you listen to someone evade the simplest answer?
if you feel they are genuinely evading, they're just a
How
ramble.
about this? How about that? Yeah, fine. But you're right. How about this?
I did not get that sense.
I will extend that to you. Maybe he wasn't evading. I don't know that he was evading. I apologize. But I have a tough time like listening to conversations with like an old white rambler. Sorry, get rid of the color. An old rambler. Although old black ramblers tend to be pretty funny.
Because of his pedigree of what he's done, I find him more interesting.
Fair enough. I still think your rating system sucks.
I know, but like
Untouchables?
Here's this really interesting guy,
Kamar, we're not rating the episode based on what this guy wrote.
If I ask him a question about Wag the dog, I want an answer about Wag the dog. I don't want some weird anecdote about two Jewish guys in a bar.
This has gone from the Post Joe to the pylon. Okay.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Here we go.
Is this what your people are telling you, Kamar? Is this what you guys talk about on Reddit?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just getting some messages now from the live stream. I patched through and I bootlegged for 40 grand a
Don't
month.
let them pile on you. Show a backbone, you fucking pussy.
Fine. I give it a 1. Whatever. No, I
Kamar
like
starts
it.
pushing his fine.
I give it a
What a
1.
piece of
You
shit.
win.
Give it-
There's lawsuit.
Fucking Will Smith.
Yeah,
over
Will
here.
Smith. Jesus Christ.
If you
Assault.
can't do with your words, we have
Assault.
nothing.
Yeah, what are you doing? What a real piece of garbage.
I was just like getting down on Will Smith too, and then I go and fucking
Yeah, and then you
throw
stoop
a
to his
piece of
level.
paper at
What a
him.
piece
become
of
the
garbage.
evil
yeah,
you-
you are everything you hate.
I'm just gonna step down.
Back to the
Or
parks.
I'm definitely gonna retire.
Next
from
week, there's
the-
an Asian in your seat, a Bigfoot enthusiast.
I'm gonna retire.
Simon.
I'm gonna retire
Simon
from the
Chan.
academy before they can ban me.
That's good. I like that.
That's my move.
Yeah.
Simon, you're out. you
that-
can't throw me out. I've already left.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's in his genes.
I'm just waiting.
That's what
for,
his brother did.
I
right?
am just waiting for somebody to make a bald joke so I can smack them. It's all coming up,
You have a
Millhouse.
beautiful head of hair.
It's all coming up.
Well-
I appreciate that, Kamar. I appreciate that.
Simon's alopecia is 20-year drought. Is
hair.
20-year.
I wish I could
battle
blame,
with-
I wish I could blame it on alopecia. Dude, if I could blame it on alopecia, I would be rocking that shit out in the open.
Of course, it's not my fault.
None of it's my fault.
I know.
man.
No,
It's like I'm
that's your fault.
Out there fucking. It's like your tiny dick being your fault. It's just not.
I know it's not my fault. I was
Can't-
born.
you
I was.
can't control
I
those
was
things.
born this way.
This is the first real breakdown on the podcast.
And
Let's
as
do
he's
this.
breaking down there,
Is he Van de Velding?
No, Smith is Van de Velde.
Okay,
Just went
hold
to the
on.
water.
For the listeners, they're watching the Masters. This is
Let
unfair.
me tell you something about Van de Velde, okay?
Tell me something, Simon.
Oh, look, he just tossed his club
Oh yeah,
I
Okay,
watched
wheels
that.
are off.
I watched that live.
as a
You
young
remember?
chap.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I can remember
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
that so clearly.
Drop the ball.
Never having witnessed anything like that before. Somebody who was like on their way to victory and having this like
And monumentally shat
mental
the bed.
collapse in front of millions of people. Like that was such an incredible
It
moment.
should be called the meltdown.
It really was shocking.
But if you watch that the first time, like this sort of shit happens all the time.
Oh my God, guys, breaking news. Breaking news. This
Here we
just
go.
happened.
You're lying.
I swear to God, laser back in Loblaws.
Western
I think we
Virgin.
made a difference.
Galen-
I think we
Galen
made
Virgin.
a
I think
difference.
we made a difference.
No,
He had-
it
he
just
had his
happened.
Chip alert on.
There's
No, he go back to-
He has Frito Lay's on his Google alert. I just got a Frito Lay's notification.
There's some guy in a trench coat near the chip out. Hey, buddy, you want some
He's
Lay's,
on the
eh?
phone. Halima, laser back.
that was my wife.
That was my
Give me your
wife.
number.
Because we've been talking about it.
Give me a number. I'll tell you when they're back.
We've
on
been
the show.
arguing about who's
my God.
who's to blame. But it's over, man.
And
It's
you
over.
blame- I
If
ass-
if
Oh,
only
Simon.
Russia and Ukraine could follow Frito-Lay and Loblaws advice, the whole world would be fine.
We've been arguing over whose fault it is. I clearly think it's Halima's.
That's how I hurt my back.
Kamar, are you going to talk? You going to watch Rari?
We're going back to the parks.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Oh, he made it through.
Did he?
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, Rari.
He fucking
Is
killed
it on the
that.
green?
Oh, it is.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's just short.
It's in
It's
the bunker.
just short.
It's in the bunker.
It's fine. He's fine. He's in good spot.
No, I'm going back to the Save the Parks 3. Bert.
Hey. Bert was in. They were all together. They did a show that night.
Yeah.
At the Vulcan.
Yeah.
With Bert Kreischer.
Well, Ron White was there too.
Where the fuck is Bert? He's in Texas. Like, why hasn't he been on the show? He's too big for the Joe Rogan show now.
Yeah. Maybe.
First of all, that's probably going to drop this week.
Oh, nice call.
We know
maybe.
Joe's been banking them.
Maybe you're right. You
I
see,
wouldn't be
I
surprised.
get too excited about things right away, Matt. I should really take a sec.
Well, we were
take
just
a step
complaining
back.
about Bert last week.
I'm not asking for him to be on. I'm saying, what the fuck?
Also, he might have booked. He probably has an episode booked with Joe to push his movie.
Fair enough. Oh, that's
Right?
true.
Like I
Listen,
would assume.
I am not. I'll take a step back on that one too, Matt.
But I
for you,
think
Simon.
his festival, he just saw Skanks Fests.
Of
Dr.
course.
Lewis.
Oh.
But they acted like he invented the
I know
thing,
that
yeah.
he should have been giving props to Lewis there. That's what he should have been
Yep.
doing.
100%.
Because you can say whatever the fuck you want about Lewis. The fact that they made Skanks into what it is, I mean, that whole podcast
And
is
Shane,
insane that they made it
Mark,
into what
and
it is.
Ari are qualified to give that shout out. They all performed there.
Yep.
And Ari's sort of secret show now that he's doing that. Who would want to go to that, right? Because he doesn't tell you who's on the show,
It's amazing.
but he puts
Sounds
killers on it
amazing.
for sure with
Yeah,
great
and
stories.
doing the stories. I love the stories.
They gave some
love
love.
the story.
They gave some love to Logan Paul. I think he will. I think he will become like The Rock.
Well, he's going to be on Joe's show soon. There's no doubt about that.
the
One of
names have
those
gotta
Paul
run.
brothers has got to be on.
That'd be interesting if they put it up as an MMA.
That what? No, that's crazy. He's not an MMA guy. First of all, he's a boxer.
Yeah. No, he would never make that an MMA.
No.
Why would he?
It would be one of his biggest shows of all time.
Doesn't
Why
matter.
would
Even
he?
if he called it an MMA, it would still be one of his biggest shows of all time. Doesn't matter what you label it. You could label it Gay Time with Logan Paul, and it would still be fucking
They had almost
gangbusters.
what's on first, who's on second, when they were talking about Louis winning the Grammy.
Yeah, and they couldn't figure out which
No
one
one
he
knew
won
which
it
album
for,
it was.
yeah.
And I don't think. Oh, no, Jamie figured out it was
It's not
Sincerely.
sorry. It's
Sincerely.
Sincerely Louis.
Yeah.
Whatever that one is called. I think it's called Sincerely Louis.
And it was sort of creepy when Joe's like, "So what? Can you just buy into these OnlyFans?" What do you see? They were blowing
I
up.
like that Joe played
Karen
s-
Feehan spot.
I like how Joe played so dumb on so many things. They're like, what is this OnlyFans? How does it work?
No, Feehan. Oh, we're in the post show now. Holy shit! I was like,
Even then, the
that
best-
happened on episode.
Yeah,
Even though the best two was Joe was like, oh, people will pay to see girls' feet on there? Like, Dude, we know you had beef with fucking Brendan Schaub's producer because you specifically called her out for how much bread she makes off her feet.
He does
Like,
some weird things, man.
Yeah.
Or takes some. But
He's old. Maybe he just forgot.
I think so.
I forget things all the time.
He says
man.
he says
I
it a
love
lot
it.
now, eh? Or maybe I'm having a false memory.
Yeah, you're
he's
old
just
too.
deteriorating like Biden.
He says.
Oh.
Maybe I'm having a false memory. I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Oh, you have no false memories? Everything you remember is absolutely
Exactly how it
100% how it happened. Oh my God. Your whole life is false memories.
Yeah. Or
You're
false-
like having a
false,
false memory about the fact that you don't have false memories.
false perception.
Oh, that too.
Imagine if you woke up tomorrow like a very slender white woman.
Just thought, what?
Just like all your memories were fake. You're like, I just thought I was this guy named Kamar who was doing stand-up comedy, but
And his name is actually like Rashida, and he's been living in Vanier.
sure, yeah.
Or even worse, like
He wakes up in
Hamilton.
Vanier.
I don't know. That would be normal.
Kamar, I don't know if you saw that, but Smith got a triple Beaugoise there.
Yeah, no, I
he's-
said the
he's-
wheels have
Yeah,
fallen
he's
off.
done, yeah.
They talked about Shane said, I think I would cry if you slapped me.
No, he said he has. He's like, I've cried twice when I've been slapped. I've cried.
I would know what to do because usually big guys like really have to. They don't want to be violent because they sort of got seen as oafs or whatever. He made an interesting point that if you did not have a strong father figure, you may be drawn more to wrestling.
If he did not, yeah, I mean, maybe.
They're the superheroes and the guy and like.
I mean, I liked wrestling a lot when I was a little kid, and I had a father, so I don't know. And then as I got older,
But
I stopped liking
Your
wrestling.
dad wasn't an ex-football star. Right? He was a good tennis player, though, right?
No, he wasn't an ex-football star. What's your point?
Sometimes you want your dad to just be a. He was just saying that was his idea.
Oh, like most people's fathers were wrestlers?
Yeah.
No,
You want your
man.
dad to be a wrestler.
Your father was a wrestler?
Everyone's a
I've seen
wrestler
your
to you when you're a
stepdad.
kid, though.
Well, okay, this is a fucking roundabout conversation.
No, he's right.
These are
I
the
used to go.
words.
I used to go to Loblaws and I'd look at the male cashiers and be like, wrestler.
Anyways,
The male cashier.
Anyone. He's just saying. He was like, when you were young, everyone was a wrestler.
Wayne Brady is so talented.
That's the weirdest flex ever, but okay, sure. Yeah.
And so weird coming out of Kamar's mouth.
He can do stand-up. He can act. He was hilarious in Dave Chappelle. And Ari tells a story about how he's like, yeah, so like live performance, like, are you fucking kidding me? and he quit the job because of it. He was going to get Wayne Brady on for This Not Happening. He's like, yeah, so you do live performance, and don't worry, I can edit. It's like, you don't know who I am, motherfucker? Like, it was funny on Ari's part to think he had to talk to Wayne Brady. Like, he's not so talented. He's like in Jamie Foxx territory. And super clean. You don't remember? There's a time when Wayne Brady was the biggest star, I think.
The biggest star.
He can sing any song. He can do any... Like, he's
I agree with Simon. He was never the biggest star.
He did well. He had like a
He was very talented. He had a
talk
big
show for a
following.
while.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is.
Listen, he also
He
was.
did well. He's the only guy who succeeded off that. Whose line is it, anyways?
He was just very smart in that he had his hands in a lot of pots. You know what I mean? He was doing a lot of things at once. It felt like.
If you were...
Wait, real quick. Speaking of whose line, they did a reunion during COVID via Zoom, and Ryan Stiles logged in, and instead of making a name, he had his real email at the bottom.
Uh-oh.
When they all commented on it, they were like, Ryan, very brave of you to have your real email on the... And then he looks at the camera and he goes... it's fine. I'm sure no one will send me anything. Dude, it was fucking hilarious. Sure, he got bombarded.
What's
Or if
his
he did
name?
it, that's
What's
really
his name?
sad.
Colin Mockery was on that.
Very funny man.
I met him, too.
That Make You Laugh show there
Laugh
with
out
Tom
loud.
Green.
Oh, that looked terrible.
Yeah.
That looked terrible.
Grilled
Was.
cheese
He
sandwich.
won, actually. He won it.
Oh,
course,
good for him.
He said, imagine you're a comedian and you are on before Bert, no one knows, so you go and take your shirt off.
That would be awesome.
I think so.
If you're an up and coming comedian and you're on before Bert, you should absolutely do
take
that.
it back. You can't be the only one who owns that.
If you were the host, would you not come up before Bert with your shirt off?
Just to
right?
bury him.
Even better.
Well, I don't know.
Even better, take your shirt off and then do the machine story, just verbatim.
After following him. Not
What? That's crazy. That's crazy.
What about taking your pants
Suicide.
off? So you make it like the
Okay.
opposite.
Yes.
Yeah, pants.
Have tearaways.
Oh, have
though.
yes.
yes.
And then
Velcro
you tell
pants.
the story, but you change it to French and you call yourself Le Machine.
Yeah.
La Machina.
La Machina.
Oh,
I
there
think
we go.
that'd be
Yeah.
Dos Machina.
I'd be a great troll. And
What's those?
Ari,
That's two
no, if you
machinas.
never go to the doctor, you'll always be healthy. And Ari
That's
said,
not how that works.
That is something.
It is. It's
Nope,
only when you
sure
show up
isn't.
they tell you there's something wrong with you.
I was on the Parkway today. This has nothing to do with that. Just something that enraged me. I was driving on the Parkway.
Yeah. Which one?
King Edward, I don't know. Elizabeth, one of them.
Okay.
And all of a sudden there was lights behind me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck, I'm getting pulled over. But then the guy goes around me at like such a high speed. He must have been going 1,000. It was a military police. Where
are
the
you
fuck
going?
is the military police going
Yeah.
in such a goddamn hurry that they had to put on their lights behind me to like,
You just pissed off you didn't speed up because they would have done anything to you.
maybe they would have. I was on the Parkway. Who knows who has
They
fucking,
can't do anything to you.
Well,
They're military
RCMP has the
Yeah, but if a
right,
cop saw you not move
Oh,
out of the
of
way
course.
for the red and blues, you would immediately get a massive ticket.
Immediately.
Immediately.
I would immediately get a
bet
ticket.
it was a
My
very
wife said
serious
maybe they
situation.
were going to Parliament and there was military on Parliament. Either way, though, it seemed like a huge misuse of power. Sorry, Kamar, go ahead with your post, Joe. I was gonna say stupid post, Joe.
Oh, we know how you feel about everything we do here, Simon. Don't worry.
Ari says that
That was
Bert
more towards
has.
Kamar, but it's okay.
Ari said that Bert has released the Molly tape.
Yes, that
At
he's
his
given
discretion.
him.
He
he's
said he's going to give it to me.
I thought he
hasn't
said
he
has.
has.
And I said, well, he hasn't stopped claiming to be a victim about it.
Yeah.
on podcast.
That was hilarious.
It was.
But he has made up. They've made up apparently. But you know who has never forgiven
Leanne.
Ari? That is correct.
I believe that.
Yeah, forever and
Wives,
ever.
that's a total wife thing to do.
Yeah, I can
And,
see. Well, she never thought there was even an ounce of humor to it. Like, there was no part of her that said, that's really lame, but kind of funny, or
for her
I
it
get
was-
why he did it. He's a comedian.
Oh yeah, no, for her it was unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Which is ironic because this weekend Bert released a shirt that says Leanne is a whore.
What?
They did it because Mark
Mark
Norman
Norman's joke, yeah.
they were Mark Norman was on talking to Bert on some podcast, and Mark Norman out of the blue was like, "Yeah, Leanne's a real whore." And then I guess the internet blew up, and they were like, "Leanne, you should be super pissed about this," and she loved it. She was like, "I think it's hilarious."
I am a whore.
No, she was like, "No, didn't she say I'm not a whore at all?" Either
She's
way,
a whore.
she's hilarious.
Because then Joe said, well, would you be upset if someone dosed you? And Mark Norman was like, nah. And he's like, duly noted.
Yeah,
Watch you drink.
that's it. You're done. Wow.
No. I was going back
He's
to...
only on the parks. He hasn't even gotten to
We're
his...
getting to Fitzsimmons now.
Oh,
his
okay.
act-
Oh, this is things
all
we
those
missed.
all those teasers he did
Gotcha,
in the
gotcha.
actual show.
Okay.
He hasn't got to any of those yet.
This is the first time in a long time Joe's talking about keyboard travel. I thought we had put that behind us.
You know what though? He's actually wrong. The new MacBook Pro. Okay, sorry.
No, it's just the word. The keyboard travel is one of the worst parts of this show.
Yes, I agree. And just in closing the argument for good, I've read that the new MacBook Pro has great travel for everyone interested.
Well, Joe's not hearing it.
No, Joe's not hearing that.
Just so Matt can get the last word on
Yeah,
this whole
you're right,
subject.
yes, I gotta have
The theme of the Fitzsimmons podcast was people in 220 are not like people in 1920.
People
What's
in 220?
2020, sorry. 2020. And we're
know.
aliens to each other.
Of
to what we
course.
think and what we look at.
Totally.
It's really on Joe's head right now. And he had a change of opinion. He went in defending Giuliani in the Sacha Baron Cohen take.
Yeah.
And then Greg was like, "Oh no!" And he was like, "No, he just took his pants in." And then they watching it, it's like, "That is it's a little weird."
Listen, I said it when we talked about it when it happened. I said it. As soon as he walks into the room, it's incriminating. I don't care whether, because you were like, I don't think he was jerking off or grabbing his dick. I was like, I don't give a fuck. He was invited into
Identify
a
the situation. Say, "I don't have to be here."
yeah. This
not
is a red fucking flag.
How is that guy?
He's a
who
lawyer.
must have publicists and shit. Like, how did nobody catch that? As she does, that's why the whole thing just seemed fishy to me. You know.
No, I think they just caught a dumb old man.
I mean, maybe, and maybe he was about to take his pants down. Who knows?
I also think that Sacha Baron Cohen and his team were smart enough to bring it to the precipice. You know what I mean? To where he didn't do anything that incriminating.
Right. They didn't actually want him to incriminate himself.
Well, because it saves him. Like, it's just like an embarrassment without being the
Without
full-on, like,
lawsuits and all that needs to
yes,
come
you
after
see what I'm saying?
to
Like,
prove his good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally, I get it. But listen, one more second, and
we
who
were
knows?
we were inches away from something.
Who knows?
They talked a lot also about the casting couch.
Or you were something away from inches.
Yes.
Oh,
Yo.
Yes, the casting couch, Kamar. Yeah.
Just a casting couch and old men with women. It's really just a sad thing you look back on with if you want to look about anything else, if it's even changed.
I mean, is it not a tale as old as time? A rich and powerful guy has a harem of women around sucking his dick at will to make their position in life better.
They're vulnerable.
I agree. Listen,
How
hold on.
everyone used to shit on
I'm not sitting here.
Mark
I'm not
Lewinsky,
sitting here being like, it's cool, let it happen. I'm not saying that at all. It's terrible. But I use Rose McGowan as an example. Like, she could have back then just said, I'm not doing this. It's not worth the career. I'm gonna raise the red flag now. Instead, she made a career out of it.
and you
she
just
went
wouldn't
to,
have known who the fuck Rose McGowan was.
yeah, and again, she went to the shows. She thanked him at the Oscars just like everyone else. So, I don't know. It's just, it seems opportunistic to now be like, oh, I was a victim.
Oh, a lot of them are doing that, obviously.
I just, in every position where there's power, it falls to that. Hollywood is rife with it, but I think you would find that in any business, you know what I'm saying?
Not any, but I know what you mean.
Well, what one is it not in?
I'm just saying, like, again, I've done this before. Like, in the used car salesman business, I doubt there's a lot of head going around for favors. Like, how about this? I'm extending this. In powerful industry, there's probably a lot of that,
Yeah,
right?
but I think also, just in all fairness, probably
Sure.
a used car, not a good example. But how about like a Lexus dealership or something fancy? You know what I mean? Where the men have the majority of the jobs because men sell more cars than women, and then you have a woman who wants to get it. I don't know.
Hold on.
I don't think it's out of the question
Simon,
that
I
people can
wasn't-
use their authority, right?
I wasn't saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying,
It's
I bet
not
if you went
right.
to your average
Yeah, yeah.
Lexus dealership,
Okay.
you wouldn't find out that there's a lot of like.
I wouldn't use rife like I would in Hollywood.
Yes,
Fine.
that's all I was
again,
saying.
Yeah, I'm with
but
you
again, Simon, I was with you in the sense that I find the more powerful the industry,
Yeah.
the more you get that sort of behavior, right? Because the more they feel like they're invincible.
and the more powerful, meaning the more male dominated.
No, just the more power that specific industry has. If that industry
I
is
see.
massive in size, except for probably tech, because they're all so fucking woke that like.
No, watch that Uber, man.
Okay.
It's just he was accused of every fucking thing under the sun. This guy. Of
So maybe
treating
it's
women
how about
badly.
this? Maybe it's like, again, it's their corporate policy that everyone is like super woke, but the guy at the top is like,
Well, that's usually how it always is.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
like
true, yeah.
American Apparel. We make all our
Oh, he
stuff
was
here.
yeah.
We're doing everything right, and I'm banging 16-year-olds all over the office building. You know,
It's
Yep.
a bummer. And they have the same position.
allegedly. I don't think it's allegedly. I'm just covering.
There's
my
nothing
bases.
sadder than when Joe leads in and is like, look, I've been talking to this guy, Mike Baker.
At least you guys are right. At least now he's saying openly, like former CIA.
yes, at least now he's giving it that.
But
He's
he's
like-
like the fact that he says Mike Baker, this is the straight dough. Like this is
Yeah.
what they won't tell you. Who know? And he's convinced they have better weapons in America.
What's weird is this is like Joe has read into the deep state and the CIA. He spent so much time talking to people, reading up on it. But then he has this weird flip where it's like this guy, this ex-CIA guy is just willing to come on my show in front of millions of people and just dish the straight goods. It's pretty cool, right? This is fucking awesome. Like, guys,
How many times?
It's like an infomercial.
He was,
like,
just,
I know.
he was just getting down on the UFOs. Same thing. Anyways, but this guy, holy shit! Now I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm so sorry, Simon. I apologize.
It's okay. I'll get there in a second. Mike Baker.
No, but the UFOs is a good example. Like, he's like, well, I don't like it because the government's telling me. It's like, dude, you have this like 40-year company man who comes and sits in the chair, and you just like, oh wow, what a putt. Oh, is that Rory? Oh my God, Kamar has fallen out of his chair.
That's a crazy. He went from sand trap
I
to
saw.
sand trap to hole for a birdie.
Wow. Rory's had quite the round here. This is bananas.
I'm sorry, listeners.
Well, that kept him in it anyway.
wow.
It's you know what's it's just so sad that that's for second.
Wow.
It might not be. He's only on. Oh, he's finished at 7,
That's
but the
what I'm
guy's only
saying.
on 12. He
He
has
could-
plenty of golf to
Stuff
play.
could
man.
go wrong.
He has
Stuff
plenty of golf
could go
to
wrong.
play.
This is
Sure.
crazy.
Just hear me out. He has to bogey 4 holes without getting any birdies at all. Right?
3, there'll be a playoff.
Fine. But I'm saying for Rory to win outright at this point, it has to be absolute.
Hey, listen,
yeah,
I
Van
watched
Val.
Van
Yes,
de Velde.
I get
so-
it. Van de
No,
Velde,
what
yeah.
were we talking about though? Mike Baker.
Aliens and Mike Baker. How Mike Baker is like Joe believes blindly that this guy is just coming in.
Joe
And,
believes
That was a reaction
blindly.
video, man.
what, you falling out of your fucking chair for the
It
Masters?
was unbelievable. Mike Baker. They don't know what weapons the Americans have.
Oh,
and there's
this,
no way.
this is it. How many times in the past, however many weeks, has Joe repeated the fact that the Americans don't have hypersonic missiles?
They've had hypersonic missiles for
Hey,
10 years.
Mike Baker, do they have hypersonic missiles? No, only the Russians have hypersonic missiles. Oh, well, world, we don't have a... Of course they have fucking hypersonic... I'm going to stop saying hypersonic missiles, but they have
But
something
he also
better
believes
than...
they have alien technology.
They have supersonic missiles. They have something better than
times
that.
2. Whatever you have, I'm
However
better.
fast Russia can get it here, the Americans can get it there
They
twice
must.
as
They
fast.
must.
They have a
Also,
portal
hold on.
that
Nothing
opens
makes
up.
sense.
They have a portal that opens up. They put the thing through it, and next thing you know, all of Russia is destroyed.
Look, first of all, you expect us to believe that with their military budget, that Russia and China have something you guys don't?
He chooses to believe that.
That's insane.
The only time in the history of man that Russia has had something that we didn't have was the ability to maybe get to the moon. And we shut that shit down quick.
Well, that's very interesting how that
Quick.
Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, that's very interesting.
They shut that shit down quick. They were like, we're not able to get there, but there's no way these fucks are going either.
Yeah. Can't
There's
let
one.
that happen.
There's one stroke he just missed a foot.
And you know how we're going to do it, Matt? We're going to go up there and we're going to plant a flag.
Yeah.
And if we can't plant a flag, we're going to take a picture of a planted flag
Yeah.
on a set.
Kumar, what else you got there, Paolo?
Well, then they started to bash Joe Biden, and I officially feel bad for him. Have you seen the video?
No.
He's at this luncheon where everyone would be talking to the president, but everyone's talking to Barack Obama, and he's just walking around aimlessly, like he doesn't know what to do. And then at one point, he literally goes up behind Obama, and Obama's like, "Get off me, Joe." I swear to God, it'll make you feel sorry for him if you watch
Listen,
it.
speaking of Weekend at Bernie's, how you like that segue? Did you see that rapper that they had the funeral for, and they Weekend at
That's
you
coming.
have the, I'm
That's
sorry.
coming. I said a dead rapper.
You stepped all over the lead, Simon. Like, what are you doing here? Are you
There-
new to this?
There's no way that
I'm
his
sorry to the new
segue would
Patreons.
have
That's
been
never
better
happened
than mine.
before.
I fucking carried you through this on my back like a knapsack.
They put out some of the Kamala World Salad. She's just ridiculous.
Yo, Morikawa just chipped in from the sand on 18 too.
He's way out of contention.
No, he's
But
right
it's
below
the same as
Rory.
his-
It's still, yeah.
In the hole from the sand.
He's
is
4
crazy.
under, and he's done.
My point is,
But the
it's
finish-
big money. Finishing
That's
third.
a walk-off. That's a walk-off,
Yeah.
too. What a way to finish. Hold it out from the sand trap.
It is. There is probably a big difference between 4th and 5th.
You probably get a
money.
bonus for that.
Huge money, yeah.
Anyways, go on. Come on.
And Smith is
You
just
think you get a
flailing.
fight of the night bonus or something?
Poor Joe.
We didn't even talk about the UFC.
Did you watch any of it?
I did. I watched most of it.
I only watched the
I mean,
prelims.
in off somebody's camera this morning, but I saw it.
And what did you
That
think?
fight was incredible. Did you see it?
Which
did
one?
you watch it?
Which fight?
The
Burns,
fucking
Chimaev?
yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts.
It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen.
I said it though, like, so Roe texted me and he was like, "Who are your picks for the UFC?" And he was like, "Obviously, you're taking Chimaev, Yan, and Volkanovski." And I was like, "Dude, if I were you, I wouldn't put any money on Chimaev because the odds were nothing shy of disrespectful."
Really?
Dude, first of all, listen, Chimaev is good. Don't get me wrong.
They didn't have him as the favorite?
Oh, they had him at a minus 500. But hear me out.
Well, then that's a great bet to take, isn't it?
Well, that means he's a huge favorite.
Oh, he's a huge favorite,
He's
I
ranked
see.
11th. Gilbert Burns is ranked number 2.
Yeah,
Gilbert
Burns-
Burns
gotcha.
fought for the title last year.
Yeah.
It is super disrespectful to put him at a plus 375. I made the right bet and said go the distance.
Dude, his jab is something else, man.
Well, they're both those guys are fucking bananas. Chimaev is nuts.
His jab is something else. It just looks like it hurts like a son of a bitch.
The surprise to me was Aljo.
Why?
Aljamain Sterling.
Why were you surprised?
Well, because most people thought that Peter Yan
Won that fight
won that first fight
Well,
before
and
the knee.
and the second fight.
This no. This fight, I watched it and I felt like Aljo edged it out. If I was judging that fight, I think Peter Yan.
You don't think his movement away from him is almost like retreat?
Who cares? Retreat. Listen, that's
Well,
not.
you lose points for that.
No, you don't.
You don't? No. Okay.
For what? Like, that's like being like dodging a punch. You lose a point. Like, you know
Well,
what I
if
mean?
you run away from a guy.
Yeah, but you're running to get a better position. I mean, listen. His ground control was far superior. Like, he had 3 extra minutes of ground control.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Listen,
yeah.
very close fight. I think, in my opinion, Aljo slightly.
I guess he was the champ. You give it. Tie goes to the runner. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I
Anyways.
hate that rule.
Anyways, okay, yeah, and then Volkanovski was amazing. He was fucking.
I actually fell asleep. I was laying down with Cheek. I rarely do that, but I
Well,
was very tired.
he put on a clinic.
I mean, it was
It was a lot of decisions, except for Mickey Gall got his ass beat.
I didn't see that.
It was almost all decisions the whole night.
It's weird how they are scared of Bernie. Like, if we think about the deep state, but all, like, it doesn't matter who gets in, and the president doesn't matter, but like somehow Bernie would do all these radical things. That
Well,
I think they feel like he'd actually go through with his plans, whereas anyone else that says that is like, listen, I'm saying this, but I'm going to come in, and it's probably going to be a bunch of status quo.
I don't believe any of them are capable of it. It doesn't matter.
like Trump, whether you like it or not, or sorry, whether you like him or not, Trump was. He is a businessman. You know what I mean? Like
I do know what you mean, Simon.
he's a
I was thinking about this, though, the other day.
he's the opposite of Bernie, meaning that the billionaires were going to love him because they knew he wasn't going to put in some tax that was going to cost himself a lot of money, right? So he was never on the right side of things. If it's kill the rich and it's us against the billionaires, he was never on your side, Kamar.
No.
It's like, you know, the scene.
That was Chappelle's joke, remember? He was like, Trump doesn't represent you, motherfucker. He represents me. I'm rich.
Yeah.
He goes, they talk bad about the poor whites. I know because I was invited to one of their parties. I heard them do it.
It's you know the scene in Bronx Tale where he's like, don't fucking feel bad for Mickey Mantle because he's crying about Mickey Mantle. He's like, Mickey Mantle, if you had to pay your rent, if your dad runs out of money, he has to pay. You think Mickey Mantle's coming to pay your rent? Like, don't fucking feel bad for Trump.
I don't feel bad for him. His social media company's going down the tubes.
He has a social media company?
The True Social, whatever he called it. The
You
one you've been predicting for 2 years.
Guys,
I didn't know he actually launched it, though.
we all watched.
Finger on the pulse.
We all watched Into the Storm. We all learned that you can't just have a say what you want social media company, because in order to run said social media company, you need advertising dollars, and they dry up pretty quickly when Nazi talk starts. You know what I mean?
You
Like,
need the algo.
no, what you need is someone who's filthy rich. Like, listen, if Elon Musk tomorrow decided I'm willing to lose $1 billion a year for the next 20 years because I want a free speech platform, he could do that. But he has to be willing to. I don't think he will.
That's why there are no like huge things he's going to do on Twitter. But Donald Trump should not be off Twitter.
No, I agree.
Like, I don't even know what was the like. What did
It
they
was
say?
the January 6th.
That's what it was.
The
That
straw
was
that broke the
the
camel's back. Yeah.
And why? Because they said he incited violence, and the second you incite violence, you are removed from the platform.
That is correct. It's a breach of terms of service, which is ironic because 6 months earlier we heard Jack say that there's pretty much nothing Trump could say that they would take him off.
But to your point, this is one of the stories I was going to bring up. They just came out with the 10 richest people in the world, and that could have changed a couple spots between last week and now. But currently, it's Elon Musk is the richest.
Yeah.
How much do you think he's worth?
I think it's 168 billion. I think
400 billion.
219 billion.
Oh,
So you're in the
okay.
middle. But do you say lose $20 billion for the next
Yeah,
20?
nothing to him.
Like, yeah.
Done.
I do not know what that money is. Oh, I found it the next
Yeah.
day. Number
He's probably
two,
got it in his couch.
Number 2,
Oh, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. And how much do you think he's worth?
170 million. Billion, sorry. 170 million.
He's looking it up on the internet.
No, I'm not.
170 billion.
You're spot on. It's 171
Oh,
billion.
wow. Look at me go.
And number 3, can you guess that? And of course, these are declared. So there's sheiks and Putin, other people.
Is it
more
Slim
money than these.
Carlos or is it Bill Gates?
It's Bernard Arnault, the Louis Vuitton
Interesting.
family. Then it's Bill Gates. And number 5,
Slim Carlos?
Warren Buffett.
Oh, Buffett's still in there. Good for him.
Carlos Slim isn't even on it.
Well, he was the richest man for a while. But again, I think when you're on that list, your money can come and go pretty quickly.
Warren Buffett's 118 billion. Then Larry Page, Sergey Brin, Larry Ellison, Steve Ballmer, and Mukesh Ambani. Don't even know what that is.
Steve Ballmer, that's hilarious.
Now there's a crypto billionaire,
Yeah, that young gentleman.
Sam Bankman
Yeah.
Fried. That's a weird name, eh? You make a lot
Is
of
it not
bank,
Freed?
man.
Bankman Freed?
Bankman Fried, but Bankman wants FTX, the Bahamas-based cryptocurrency exchange he co-founded, to become the biggest source of financial transactions in the world. In the meantime, he has a plan for the fortune he's already raking in. He wants to give most of it away. The 30-year-old tech entrepreneur, dubbed the Robin Hood of crypto by the Sydney Morning Herald, recently spoke with Bloomberg about his plans to keep $100,000 annually, 1% of his earnings, and donate the rest.
Should I hit him up for 10K? See if we can get some better cameras?
I don't know, but this speaks to what you were talking about.
Why 10K? Why not like a couple of mil?
I don't want to be greedy.
Maybe the
just
government
giving it
is
away.
not going to have to demand these guys give a portion away. Maybe this will inspire others to just give it away.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not enough. Like, listen, if the government just says, like I said, you still have the choice where you want your money to go. You just can't set up a fund that's run by your family to do so. Like if you wanted to give it to cancer research or a hospital or, you know.
He's worth $24 billion, and he wants to have a $100,000 a year salary.
How much did you say Elon was worth again?
$219 billion.
And to end
just
homelessness in the United States, how much do you think
come-
that would cost?
Their numbers they put out, $60 billion or something. Not even.
I don't think they.
Not even.
I don't think
Between
they could.
20 and 40 billion.
I don't think they could fix it, but
That's to give every single person proper accommodations.
okay, sure.
And
For
instead of that,
for 1 year, Matt.
everyone in charge of that would become uber rich.
For 1 year, and that doesn't fix it, but it certainly gives everybody a hell of a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, into the
And
news.
and it's not even half of his wealth, Matt. That's my point.
Yeah, well, that was my point,
It's
is
not
you
even
can-
a quarter of his wealth, and he could fix the United States.
Like, listen, Warren Buffett is a good example. Warren Buffett has openly said he's leaving each of his kids just a few $1 million.
Give it the rest.
And again, he's like, these people, I've raised them where they should be able to comfortably live off a few $1 million. And the rest of my money is going to philanthropy. The only problem is it's Bill Gates' philanthropy.
Let's hope they live a fulfilling life and die soon.
It's Bill Gates's philanthropy.
Yeah, he's giving all of his money to the Bill Gates
Oh
Foundation.
well,
or the Bill and Melinda
they're
Gates
just going
Foundation.
to make
I'm
a
pretty sure.
new breed of human.
They've had sex together.
Bill and Melinda, I would hope so.
Warren Buffett and Bill.
Have you heard them? Have you heard them talk about crypto? It's hilarious. Charlie Munger's like 100, and he's like, it's rat poison.
That commercial is just amazing.
Oh, Kamar, have you seen that Wealth Simple ad? No, you have your YouTube ads turned off.
It's on like normal TV now too, all the time.
There's
A
a Wealth.
famous actor.
No, it's a Wealth Simple ad, and the premise is it's cavemen, and they start by rolling a boulder down the hill, and there's a bunch of them standing there watching it roll down the hill. and-
Wheels just so yesterday. That
Well, no,
Yes,
they're
yes,
like,
exactly,
the
that's
premise
it.
is, dude, the funniest part of this guy's like, I call it the wheel, and he falls off it.
Yeah.
And they're like, should we burn him?
I
The
didn't know
best
that line.
is there's like a guy carrying the woman on her back.
Yeah, she's like, change is bad.
That's barbaric.
But at the end is like a girl skateboarding on one. I'm like, girls
Yeah.
couldn't skate back then.
No, the best is at the end of Kamar. At the end of this one, they're pushing this woman on the back of, I guess, the giant skateboard.
He's watched
like
the
you're
same
saying.
one.
Yeah. And they're just like Ponzi scheme, pyramid. Yeah, that's my favorite.
We'll see. Some days it feels like it's a good thing. The other days it feels like it's
Crypto?
just throwing pennies.
Oh yeah. Who?
in a well.
Oh no, I don't even mean that way. I just like everybody touts it as this vessel for good, and I'm
save
just
all.
not sure
Yeah,
that is the
we
case.
should have got there by now.
I'm
Let
not
me tell
sure
you,
that's
though-
the case. I'm not sure it's not just owned by some other fucking evil entity.
Let me also tell you, at this point, from investing in like multiple different companies, sometimes that's how investing in general feels.
I think it's best to get in and out and keep getting out and know what you're doing.
I mean, I can tell you from
Or have a
like,
lot of money
my
to start.
uncle, who was really rich, he
he
used
was
to
really
invest
rich.
in a lot of things, and if one of them paid off, it made up for all the other ones that didn't. I mean, that's a normal rich person investing method, you know? If you have the cash to invest in a lot of things,
Yeah,
you only need
diversification.
that one payoff, and it's going to pay all your mistakes.
The problem is, those I've heard Michael Saylor, for example, he was talking about this on Patrick Bet David's podcast. He was saying the big problem with diversification is that all your winnings you're using to pay off the losers. That's how it always. And he's like, listen, it mitigates your losses when you have a bad, whatever. But he was like, if you just pick one single winner,
Unless that one winner is like an Uber.
no. But his point,
know?
his point was this: is like, if you had a money man in the '80s and you gave them $1 million and you were invested $1 million into Apple, your money man would tell you, once it like doubled, your money man would tell you, sell it and let's buy an Apple competitor. And his point was like, if you had just kept all your money in Apple the whole time, you'd be filthy rich. But your money guy's going to tell you to keep selling
'Cause
the
that's a
good
new
one.
commission for
Because
him
he
as well.
makes money off all the trades.
His point wasn't even the guy. Like, he was like, forget the commission and all that. He was like, diversification involves selling the winners to make sure that just in case. And he was like, normally what you end up doing is buying direct competitors just in case they get an edge or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, sure, that sounds right. I know nothing. Every decision I've ever made has been wrong, and I've done nothing but lose money. So
I look at it like this. If you thought to yourself, Google in 15 years will be just as big, if not bigger than it is now, I don't think you're stupid to take a substantial amount of your money and put it in that. That's how I feel
I think that'll
personally.
work out.
well, Google is going to own the universe. So yeah, they're going to be bigger than they are now.
I'm just saying, like, again,
They already own God. So how
a good
much
thing to own.
how hard is it to own the universe after you own God?
pretty fucking easy.
Seems like the next logical step,
There's
y'all.
a couple safe bets if you don't need that money to do something.
Just
in a
turn
week.
Australian. A couple
Safe bets.
Couple
si-
safe bets.
couple
This is
safe
my
bets.
new gig where I talk Australian and give you all the dirt on the stock prices.
Welcome, new Patreons. Is where I'm going to start with the actual stories of the day. Just
Throw
when,
some shrimp on the barbie.
just when Ottawa got over the protests,
They're back.
rolling thunder, Ottawa. Thousands of bikers are descending upon Ottawa.
No, really?
29th and 30th of April.
Like
Sweet.
like bikers?
Thousands. And they said, please do not bring a car or a truck. Like for the biker safety. Like they don't want anyone joining in. It's just bikers.
Okay.
So get ready for it. You got told now, and
So hold on a
Simon,
second.
Simon.
Let me get this straight. Sorry, yeah, go.
2 weeks till he shows up in leather.
Yeah, I
trunks.
know, there's no doubt about it. This fucking
He gets off the
no,
back of a bike, comes in, rolls in here. What's up, boys?
This dumb is gonna buy a scooter. He's gonna
there
buy
on a
a
bird.
scooter. He's gonna put on a leather jacket that doesn't fit, and he's gonna be part of the fucking.
Kamar, that would actually be really funny if you videotape. Like, you should put on a full biker outfit. You should get a little speaker and put like Harley noises on your phone and drive like a bird with them with Harley noises, like, "Rah!" You know what I mean?
I don't think you want to fuck around with the bikers.
I probably won't be here this weekend, so I don't know, buddy.
Where are you going?
To a different protest.
Yeah,
He's in Rolling Thunder, Winnipeg this week.
I only do
I've been wondering where he's been going. I thought he was on tour, but that's what he's
Yeah.
been doing. He's been following the fucking convoy around.
I only do trucker shit.
Trucker shows. Just got to play to my people.
But no, look at this situation now. They know this is happening.
Okay, so
Something should be done.
this is my question. We know the story of the truckers. They knew they were coming. Smiley made the fucking deal. Thought they were only going to be here for 2 days. They've already fallen for this. Like, what does George Bush say? George
once,
Bush,
fool me once.
fool me once, shame
Yeah.
on me. Fool me twice. Well, you ain't gonna fool me twice. They've already been fooled. Okay,
Yeah.
so they should stop this before it even
Something-
happens.
You
Couldn't get it out there. Come
Just
on,
had a
really?
mini seizure right in front of me.
no, I feel like I'm about to jump mic. So on the 29th of April, you have to sit somewhere and go, you told me this was going to happen. They didn't do anything. I don't know what's wrong with people.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you this.
You're telling me it's going to happen. I'm saying they should do something. And when all the bikers show up,
And
I'm
nothing
going to
gets
have
done
to
about
say,
it.
Kamar,
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect.
I mean,
What do they
look,
want an end to? Speed limits?
No, it's for freedom.
Helmets?
It's for freedom now.
Helmet.
It's for freedom now.
We don't want to have to wear helmets anymore.
The only thing that can go right is horrible weather.
Oh, real
You
slippery,
can't
wet
sleep
leaves
in
everywhere.
your motorcycle.
Well, you also can't. You shouldn't drive a motorcycle in the rain either.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if it's dry. But it could be another historic sight to see if they're just
Like
Philip.
the mandates are all gone.
no.
No.
the
There are
federal
none
ones
left.
Federal
No, you still
mandates are
can't
in place.
travel.
You can't get on train.
No,
you can't
somebody
leave the
told me
country.
that was done. Train and plane, done.
No, not currently.
You're sure?
Well, let's talk about Q Storm because someone told you something else. But no,
Let's talk about
federal
Q Storm.
mandates.
What the
What
fuck is
are
going
you
on
talking
here?
The federal
about?
mandates are still in place.
Hold on. Let's go back. I want to talk about your Q storm. What are you saying?
You said, oh, they talked about the Q Storm. Bring that up because I was talking to someone.
Oh, I said I was talking to somebody and I made mention of Q.
Yeah.
Q being fake or something. And then I caught myself and I said, mind you, the only reason that I know that is from a documentary on HBO.
And you did no research.
And I
outside
did
of
no
that.
research after that. But I'm pretty confident in it.
Oh, no new information was introduced.
No.
That's cool how they do that.
Because there is no
drone
new
shot?
information, Kamar.
I read the story and I felt away. Then I talked to someone and they explained it to me.
You felt a different way.
I felt a different way. But
Okay.
I want to see what you guys think.
Go.
The federal government will soon drape Center Block
Canadian. Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
with a Trump Louis covering that will replicate the visage of the historic Parliament Hill building during its ongoing rehabilitation work to install the 3.9 million covering will begin later this spring.
A Trump Dewey.
According to Public Service and Procurement Canada, French for deceive the eye, Trump Loy refers to an artistic technique that attempts to mimic 3 dimensions on a 2-dimensional surface. And this is going to cost $3 million.
So they want to put a covering over the parliaments as they're getting constructed to trick us to think that the parliaments aren't getting constructed. And that's going to cost $3 million.
Yes.
Remember how I said I'd never go to a protest? If you want to have a protest that bullshit, I will attend.
That's the way I
That
felt.
is one I will come
That's
to.
the way I felt when I read this. And how did you feel when you read that?
Can't they do it for cheaper with like a laser show?
Why
just
do they
project-
have to do it?
Well, I agree with that too. It's a tourist thing.
No. Well,
Is it
no,
not?
no, that is what he said.
Oh,
is
that'll trick some dumb tourists. That's for sure.
There's going to be a lot of sandstone work.
Okay.
And this is this also is stopping the dust from going just
Well, that's a totally different story then.
exactly.
Changes things
Once
totally.
you find
Oh
out that
my
there's a
God.
function
Yeah.
to it, and they happen to.
I just see
It'd
it
be
in my head. It's like a
It'd be cheaper
giant.
just to have beanbags up there.
It's
or
a
whatever.
giant full scap of paper with like a drawing of the parliament
Pencils,
building. Yeah.
It just says Parliament. There's an arrow.
And it's like me and my mom
This
and my
two-stick
dad
figure,
and
yeah.
2 dogs.
Waving, yeah. And then on
That's a special
Instagram for the next
contest.
year, there's a bunch of photos of people at the little flame with photos of your shitty drawing.
Oh my God. Did you guys pay attention to that? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Jesus.
We don't want you here either.
Did you guys pay attention to that Reddit? Whatever the fuck was going on with the drawing thing?
What drawing thing?
You guys have this. It's placing a block to make a picture. You guys weren't paying attention to any of this.
Is this on our Reddit?
on,
'Cause I-
on Reddit of the world?
No, I don't go on Reddit. I just look at our subreddit, and I just.
Oh no! This
it's
is
a liberal
Reddit.
fucking.
So
What do you
there's
mean
garbage
this is
fire.
Reddit?
what?
That's not how Reddit works. You were like, no, this is just on Reddit. It was on a sub. Every Reddit is just subthreads. What was it on?
So there's a subreddit.
Okay.
Yep.
And it's some game where
Yep.
you can like put a pixel down to make a picture.
Yep.
And every 5 seconds you can drop a new pixel down. I don't know the exact rules.
Okay.
But people were making like combined pictures but other people can go in and do like black spots so that it was like these wars of like You didn't watch any of this?
No.
Nope.
And different countries were doing it. In Canada, we couldn't get our flag right. People kept fucking the flag.
Obviously.
Dude, you have to check it out. It was pretty fucking funny. I had no idea what was going on. I had to ask a young person what it was because I was so like. But this went on for days and days and days.
Interesting.
Now they want to make it like a
That
yearly
should be the
thing.
nail in the coffin right there.
It has a name to it and everything. You don't even know what the fuck I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
you should have messaged that to us early in the week so we could have a fair shot at discussing with you. Acting like we got to know something.
I didn't fucking know we were going to talk about this.
I know, but
It's not even in my notes.
When you started, I was like, you don't know
It's
what I'm
not
talking about?
It's not even on my half
You
envelope.
don't know what I'm talking about?
Because I'm stupid and not in with technology, and you guys know things about things,
No, but that is
about the
art-related.
future of present time. I don't know, man.
Okay, this is a story that's near and dear to our heart.
That was a
let's hear
lot of word fucking diarrhea.
Yeah, but whatever. We like that,
fine.
Simon. That's what we like about you.
Words in present
Your
time.
nickname is
And the
word
one thing
diarrhea.
about this
Is
We
it?
just don't say it
I don't
around
call
you.
myself.
Yeah,
This
where's
is-
old word diarrhea?
This is hilarious.
WD?
This is hilarious.
That's why they call me WD.
As
Thought
Yellowstone...
it was for wood dick.
Go ahead, Kamar.
Sorry, Matt. I just
Did he do that on purpose?
Yes, of
Because that's the
course.
funniest thing ever.
Yeah. Oh, there's your pity laugh. You got it.
No, that's why he laughed so much. That he did it on purpose. It's so good. But I believe I
fucking
heard
laugh.
he doesn't care and he doesn't listen at all.
just do it.
As Yellowstone National Park celebrates its 150th anniversary year,
Yeah.
the park's fundraising arm
Park.
is seeking $1,500 donations in exchange for an annual entry pass that can be used by carloads of the donors' descendants to visit the park in 150 years.
So wait, you can't use it for.
No, 150
It's not valid until.
It's 150 years.
No, it's good for 150
No.
years.
No, it's for your descendants.
doesn't kick in.
Reread that. It's good from now until 150
No.
years.
That's not what he
is
said.
seeking $1,500 donations in exchange for an annual entry pass that can be used by carloads of the donors' descendants to visit the park in 150 years.
What a wild promissory note.
Could you see 25 years ago? Let's just go stare where we'll be able to go, and the militia's just walking past you, like actually by shooting you.
Can you imagine? You know what would be really interesting? What would be super interesting is if you bought that and then we actually made it 150 years, but there was like very little protected park space left. So those passes were
Well, they could
actually
turn
like
into NFTs.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine that pass turned into something that was like you know, sometimes you look back and you're like, actually, with inflation, this was the best investment. Imagine if it was like, oh, my dad bought this 15.
well, I
Someone
think
should
they-
contact him and tell him to make those NFTs.
I think they meant for 150 years.
No, in 150 years, I
But
swear
if
to
they
God.
meant it the other way, they have a lot of fucking balls thinking there's still going to be a park there in 150 years. These
saying.
motherfuckers,
That's what
like,
I realized.
if that's not a parking lot, that's the better fucking bet to make.
Dude, that's a great scam.
You want to buy a bridge in Brooklyn? You can't buy it now, but 50 years in the future, there may be one there.
Well, you can cross it when we open it. That's more like that, but
That's a great scam, though. Speaking of which,
Is that a good scam? Who the fuck is going to pay for that?
well,
you
we'll
need
have to do a
people to
follow-up.
do it
We'll
for it
just
to
do
be a
have
good
follow-up.
scam.
We'll have to do a follow-up.
did you read about the Fauci trial?
No.
No, you didn't.
Hello?
Nope.
I'm listening.
So Dr. Pierre Corey, Dr. Robert Malone, and two other people, I can't remember who, are selling tickets to the trial of Dr. Anthony Fauci. And for $10,000, you can be on the jury of the trial of Anthony Fauci.
Oh, he's not actually.
Now,
on
let's keep in
trial.
mind, he's not going to go to jail, and it's not a real trial. And
Nor
he
will-
also,
nor will he be at the
attending.
trial.
Thank you, yes.
There's no court. He'll be tried in absentia. So
This is quite an interesting. I was just saying, that's why you brought up scams. I was like, this
Dude,
seems.
we are living in the metaverse. What is going on here? That's not true.
Look it up. Look it up right now.
That's not good.
Please Google the trial of Dr.
That's
Anthony
not
Fauci.
good. They sound
Hold
like grifters.
on a second.
Do they not
Hold
sound like
on a
grifters?
second.
Yeah.
Listen,
Simon's
Kamar, it
Simon's
was
got to confirm that. That's
Kamar.
allegedly.
It wasn't. I at first I wasn't like, this isn't that egregious, and then I heard the $10,000 seat to be a juror, and I was like, this is a big fucking red flag.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is.
Is it true?
I don't know. This is on the Independent. I have to get better.
Okay,
hold
fine.
on, hold
Find
on.
out whatever you need to find out because I want to know more.
Give me a second here.
I
You got bring up your next point. I gotta figure this out. Come here.
Well, this is the lead that Simon buried.
Well, good thing I'm not involved in talking about it. Then as my
We already
puni-
ruined it.
as
so
my
yeah,
punishment.
you can step out.
This fucking guy. Can I go have a cigarette?
Rapper Markel Morrow, better known as GNU, joined friends and
Can you spell that?
Goonew.
I think it's Goonie.
Goonw.
EW.
N-E-W?
Gunu.
GNU.
Oh, okay, Goonie. You're right. You're right.
Hoodoo. Gunu joined friends and relatives for a party in Washington, D.C. nightclub Sunday. After more than 2 weeks after his death, the 24-year-old was propped up on stage at the Bliss nightclub wearing designer clothes and a crown. Morrow was fatally shot on March 18th in District Heights, Maryland. No arrests have been made. Video of the nightclub event has gone viral, and some critics are calling the celebration of Morrow's life disturbing and inappropriate. Relatives say it's exactly how they want to honor them.
Listen. If I'm not propped up like Bernie when I die and brought back to Babylon nightclub, and you guys better fucking spend the night partying with me. Yeah, I want photos. I want to look like a wax museum. If not, what am I doing this for? Do you guys really even care about me? Does anyone really love me?
This made me think about Weekend of Birdies,
I'm
obviously.
not even paying attention. What are you
I
saying?
know you don't love me, Simon. Don't worry. You're out of this.
He's figured out the child of Fauci, the child of the century. But you know Weekend of Birdies.
Yes,
That's
of
what
course.
you're
I'm aware of, referencing.
And in the vein of Joe saying movies you can't make anymore,
Yeah.
can you make Weekend of Birdies? It's
Yeah.
egregious.
No. I think it's...
You can.
Hear me out.
Walking with a dead
Hear me
body?
out. Hear me
Who
out. Kamar.
cares? That's nothing.
Wow,
Kamar.
you're a cold-hearted person.
That's like...
You're not making fun of. I'm
It's
sorry.
super hyperbole.
You go to jail for years, eh?
No, yeah, for propping up a dead body.
You're not punching down on anybody there. You're not making fun of any group
about the
except
dead?
dead people. Nobody cares about dead
Then
people.
you can make fun of babies.
Just like nobody cares about old people because they're almost dead.
And here's the cherry on top. Bernie was an old rich white man. No one fucking cares.
So you couldn't do it. The white supremacist lynches a black guy, then takes him out to get everyone to like him. And then they find out, it's like you were
This is
dared to date
This might
me.
be the worst screenplay ever. Is your idea that... Hold on, let me see if I'm catching you right. Is your idea that a white supremacist kills a Daryl Davis and then brings him around as his black friend to prove to everyone that black people are okay?
Yes.
This is egregious.
Oh my
But
god.
at the end, they find out, and we learn it's wrong to lie.
That's the moral of the story.
But you know the one where
Not to kill people.
you know when the
don't
guys
lie.
dared or bet him to date the girl, and then ends up really liking her, but then she finds out like you did this just on a bet. Like
Yeah.
I never believe anyone would be like, "What? You weren't really into me, but now you say you like me?" No, I'm sorry. This is all over.
Well, I love the idea that a nerd who could never get a girl would get the hottest girl and then be bummed it was on a bet.
She'd be bummed.
Well, no, you know what? No, think about it. You'd be like, I don't care. You still want to fuck me? Great. Let's do this.
I mean, as long as she really liked you now is one of those
That's
like
what I'm
can't buy me
saying.
love
Yeah,
type situations.
precisely.
That's
Then what do I
fine.
care?
But if she's still just pretending to like you, I mean, you're still gonna take the fuck, but you're not gonna feel great about it. I mean, maybe you will brag to your nerdy friends. Like,
If I fall in love with Alabama Worley and she falls in love with
who
me,
is that?
True Romance. And she tells me
Patricia
I was paid to be here to fuck you on your birthday.
She's in a new show.
But I love you. I don't care. I'm in. I've just fallen in love. She's in love with me. Great.
I never realized, when you just hear something for a long time, it just becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Like true romance is a saying.
Yeah.
That's a real true romance. I never equated that to the movie.
To the title of the film.
It had no meaning
Gotcha.
to me besides
I
like
think it
true.
was-
This is a real romance.
I think it was
you
used
know?
before that movie came out.
But it
That's what
wasn't
he's
even.
saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of course it was. I'm
yes,
saying
yes,
it.
yes,
I'm
yes.
saying.
I-
Kind of like I
agree.
never triangle. I said it my whole life, and it was only this year that I was like, oh, 3 angles.
Yes.
That's why it's called a triangle.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your jiu-jitsu prowess.
No. So Maddie, I can only find it on the Independent. So I don't know what that means.
Okay.
According to the Independent, you are correct.
Okay.
They are but they keep calling them anti-vaxxers, which worries me. A group of anti-vaxxers.
See, I didn't read it on the Independent.
Meet anti-vaxxers in person. But according to them, yes, you can. For between $2,500 and $10,000, you can become part of the jury. But it's not like a 12-person jury. It's
Oh no, it's however many people want to put up the
wanna
cash.
put
yeah.
up the cash.
Let me guess too. I have a feeling most of them are going to find him guilty.
yeah, and Matt,
Yeah.
they will be having other trials.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah,
I wonder who else.
Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I wonder if she'll get off.
And Hunter Biden.
Oh.
I have a feeling that everyone is going to be guilty. I don't know this for a fact, but I think maybe they're posthumously going to do Hitler. I don't know, but I think he's guilty too.
Something tells me the vote being stolen will be mentioned at some point during this fucking trial.
You have to pay to be a juror.
But I don't know.
That's
That is
all.
the
Doesn't- all the other
inquiry.
stuff doesn't matter.
What's
But
it called? The
hold on.
Independent is very.
I was just going to say,
is
it's-
very skeptical.
Simon's correct. If we're
Very
reading it on just
skeptical.
the Independent,
and I could only find it there, and then a mention of the same article.
because I didn't read it on the Independent, and I don't know where I did. So you're right, Kumar. Yeah, Simon, that's not the best.
So it is not the best. But if that is true, huge problem.
big red flag.
Huge problem. The
Conflict.
word
Big matzo
snake
ball.
oil has wormed its way into
Yeah.
the conversation.
Yeah,
You like
I like how you slithered in there, sexy little
a
snake.
sexy little
Do you,
snake.
do you think this is douchey or shrewd?
What?
That works well, eh?
Douchey or shrewd? That sounds like a game show.
Douchey ends with sh, and shrewd starts
Douchey. No, douchey ends with E. But yeah, go on.
douchey shrewd.
Douche-shrewd.
Douche-shrewd.
That sounds like a French.
Douche-shrewd.
Douchey shrewd.
It sounds like Dwight Schrute.
Meghan Markle.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to talk about
No,
a
no, but what
vagina?
is the douche shrewd? What are you even talking
He's
about?
about to talk about vagina.
What
Will
she
you
does.
calm
What
down?
she does. Is it douchey or shrewd? Meghan Markle. I'm about to tell you a story about her.
These are our options.
These are your
Douchey,
options.
shrewd. Gotcha.
Meghan Markle is seeking to trademark archetypes, which, in addition to being a 500-year-old world, is also the title of her word is also the title of her upcoming Spotify exclusive podcast. The Duchess of Sussex, acting through her Arkwell audio company, filed the application. The U.S. I can't read.
Jesus, do you want me to read it?
Yeah. That was so embarrassing.
All right.
But you gave me a great idea.
Meghan Markle is seeking to trademark archetypes, which, in addition to being a 500-year-old word, you got me too,
World. It's an
is
old
also
world.
the title of her upcoming Spotify exclusive podcast. The Duchess of Sussex, acting through her Arkwell audio company,
Nice.
filed the application with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office in March. The same month, she announced Archetypes, the podcast where we dissect, explore, subvert the labels that try to hold women back. She said in a trailer, "I'll have conversations with women who know all too well these archetypes shape our narratives, and I'll talk to historians to understand how we even got here in the first place."
Oh, that's enough.
Yeah.
that's where it ends.
Oh, okay, because that was plenty. So here's
'Cause
what
that was
here's
plenty.
what I think we should do. Just
Yep.
thinking on my feet. We need to patent or trademark or whatever
word
she's
experience?
doing. The word experience.
Yeah.
I think we have a case.
Oh, wow.
I know he's been using
Oh,
it
wow.
longer, but wait. We
use it
We use
twice.
it twice.
We double down.
I mean, any judge will see that, right?
Yes. The
So what we want to do here is this, guys.
I'm going to double down. I'm just going to trademark Joe
We
Rogan.
just want no, you won't win that. We just want to be patient. We want to see what happens in Megan's lawsuit.
Test the waters.
And as soon as
Precedent.
we see
As
that
soon
the
as
precedent
precedent
has
is
been
set.
we fucking go hard in
We
the
pounce.
paint. Hard in the paint.
So how much are we going after here?
So you think it's shrewd?
And this is what we do, Kamar. We go after the Duchess of Sucksit, and we fucking sue
yeah,
the
Simon.
shit out of her.
Sucks it.
The Duchess of Sucksit.
That's you, is it? Edit that out. We're rich.
You can have that too.
We're rich.
We're rich.
We're rich. And the fucking Prince of Hackett.
Oh my God. That's so funny because I came up with, that's only the second best name I've come up with in the, I'll tell you off air. I can't
And
say this one.
because I could barely pronounce the word, it gave you the
it gave
time
it to me.
write it.
Duchess of Sucksit.
He wrote it on his
I
greasy
got
fucking
it. It's
bag.
right there.
Duchess of Sucks-It. Oh man, you be the king. Everyone will buy you a beer in the pub for that one.
You have no idea, man. You have no idea.
I don't.
Seamus, come here. See this guy? This is the Duchess of Sucks-It guy. Right here. This is the one. He's the one who said it. Come and buy him a beer.
Then I pull off my shirt and I tell the machine story. They'll never know the difference.
Is it douchey or shrewd?
Oh, dude, that bear with the hat in the corner keeps cracking the shit out of me.
Look, I've got hats on all the animals.
There's
pretty
no
much.
bear in any
He's
corner.
wearing a face mask. I got it all, bro.
What, douchey or shrewd?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it has to be shrewd, but it seems fucking incredibly stupid.
How do you?
She
didn't-
can't. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Okay, that's douchey.
Yeah, then it's douchey. It's so stupid. You cannot trademark a word.
Well, how
like
about this?
that.
You can't go after anyone. Like, there's not going to be. There's no judge in the world. Like, if we were to say archetypes on this show, she has no legal recourse to come after us for anything.
It's insane. It sounds like a good publicity stunt, though. Like
Yeah.
exactly like
we're talking about it.
exactly like us now going after experience. Like,
Yeah,
if we
true.
weren't known before, we're going to be known as the douches who tried to stand. If they didn't think we were douches by making a show about Joe Rogan, they're certainly going to think we're douches when we try and fucking patent experience.
But
Oh my
she-
God, hold on. That reminds me real quick. This week, I had to log into our Apple Podcast Connect. I meant to say that. I got, like, every big company in the world this week sent me a new terms of service. So the U.S. government implemented something low-key, or they're going to, that they're getting ahead of. Just a heads up.
You mean you have access to, like, you are in Canada from the... you are not in Canada. They think you're in America. So you get those
No, what I'm saying is you
informations?
always get... No. Whenever you have to update your terms of services, it means that they've changed something in it.
They've now demanded, the government is now demanding that they tell you something, and they're
And you're
saying,
waiving it. Yeah.
we don't have to
They're
tell
getting
you.
ahead of it. That's what
we
I'm
know
saying,
you're
yeah.
not going to read this. Duchess of Sucks-It.
The only reason I say this, though, is because it made me log into the Apple Connect, which I never do. I do it like once a year. And on that page, I accidentally clicked on reviews. When that happens, your whole screen is populated with reviews of your podcast.
Uh-oh.
It's one thing every week.
But when you see them all
It's
together.
one thing every week seeing one-star review calling you a grifter. It's another one seeing an entire page of one-star reviews of people being like, grifter, piece of shit, piece of shit. Yeah, it's tough.
So sad. People in Canada are so nice.
Not
Oh,
anymore.
a lot of them are from
Not
Canada.
after that
A lot of them are
protest.
from Canada.
Not after that protest.
A lot of them are from
We're a
Canada.
mean bunch.
No, I mean they only said nice things on our comment section.
I pay for
Jesus
those.
Christ. You pay for those. Gotcha. Gotcha.
And this is the ultimate.
That's why they all are so nice about Kamar. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is the
Gotcha.
ultimate.
That Kamar guy's got a big dick.
Yeah.
5-star.
I hope you appreciate what I do for you.
Never listen to the podcast, but his butthole
Yeah.
is awesome.
I want to spit it.
Yeah. He let me spit in it. Yeah, exactly.
So if this ever happens to Simon, this is why he'll curse us forever. Having evolved in cryptocurrency. Victims of cryptocurrency scams say one of the most infuriating aspects is the fact that they can observe their stolen assets being moved around. What the Wall Street Journal likens to a perverse spectator sport.
You know,
It's like having a tracer on your bike
it's
and
so
watching
interesting. Yeah, I've never thought of
go
that.
to really cool spots without you.
I've never been to that ice cream
Hey,
place.
he went to Jimmy's.
Wait, I gotta finish it.
I've been meaning to go there.
Will you get it already?
Sorry.
Blockchain technology is allowing people
Yeah.
to witness the hackers'
true.
attempts to launder around 600 million in stolen cryptocurrency. I guess
That's it. Yeah.
No, but it's so I've never thought about it until you just read that to me, and I'm thinking, yeah, like if someone steals your wallet, you're just like, oh, my wallet's gone. It's another thing, like Simon said, to have a tracker on it, like, oh, this motherfucker's getting beers now. You know what I mean? Like,
hope he
it's
enjoys
nuts.
it. Hope he has a good time.
Yeah.
Well, I just like because I thought I lost my code.
Yeah.
And that was like my fear is like, of course I'm never going to make any money on
My
this.
retirement.
I have come to all sorts of grips with that. But Matt, be guaranteed that if I had lost it, you guys would be rich right now. There is no doubt in my mind.
I know that feeling.
Crypto would have gone through the roof. No, this company would have been bought by the Queen or something.
That'd be good too.
By the Duchess of Sussex.
9.2% is $1 billion. It's out there. Anyone? I don't mean to speak on behalf of you guys, but we'll sell 9.2% of the company for $1 billion. I'm saying here.
You don't have to speak for me. I am in direct agreement
Okay,
with that statement.
You're not sure, eh?
No, you can take. Listen,
we
you
can
can
hold out
take.
for more.
You can take 9 of my percent for $500 million. I'll give you a deal. I'm undercutting both you and Simon.
And that's all I got for the news, you guys.
That's shrewd and douchey.
Do you guys have anything?
That's it? That's all you had?
That's at 1 hour.
That was weak sauce. I got... I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Remember when I said earlier that your attitude lately sucks?
No, he's being totally. He's
I
just
am
in the zone right
fucking
now.
in the zone. Thank you, Kamar.
I'm in the fucking zone, cool guy.
He's feeling himself, man. He feels like Scheffler.
He feels like Scheffler.
I've hit a couple out of the sand trap today.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I had a couple of things here. I just gotta. Sorry, my notes are so terrible. Oh, I heard a really interesting question today on.
Wow, look at that. Look at that.
Wow. See how hard it is,
Is
Simon?
that going in? Oh, motherfucker!
Look at him. I can't do better than that.
You can't.
I listened to Sunday Papers today in its entirety because I was driving deliveries this morning.
Caught yourself up then.
And he, Fitzy, and the way he asked, what's his name, this question
Gibbons?
was hilarious. He said, because they were talking about like a husband killing a wife or something. And he said, if you had to kill somebody, what would be the most pleasurable way? And what's his name's like, pleasurable way? He's like, yeah, like your favorite way to do it, like to kill somebody. So you have to kill them.
Yeah.
How are you doing it?
easiest on
You
you?
hate this person so much. How are you killing
That's a
them?
great
Right, the
question.
most-
The most pleasurable way. So I thought I
have the
would
best
pose
answer.
that to the two of you.
I know the answer.
Please.
It's some sort of mousetrap scenario.
Death by mousetrap.
Not like like the game.
Oh, I see. Like
Like you set up some sort of elaborate. What's that?
like you
fucking-
want a Rube Goldberg machine
Yes.
to kill
Thank
them.
you.
So they're going to walk by, they're going to trip a chord, and then 20 minutes later, a piano's going to fall on their head.
No, you just have them at the end in like a chair, like they're tied down, so the guaranteed.
So
kill.
you want to watch this whole thing? That's
Well, you're killing someone, so there's got to be some sort of like that's not a good feeling. So there's got to be some sort of like
I know, but that's an awful long time for you to wait for them to die. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, but the second they tell me I have to do it, it's a long time to wait. I know that I have to kill the person, right?
Okay, so you're going Rube Goldberg machine for a reason I'm not sure I understand, but we can get back to that. How are you going? How would you like to kill somebody?
Build like this box, which is like sort of soundproof, airtight,
Okay.
and smell-proof.
Yeah.
Why smell? Okay.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I know. I thought that. I was like, well, there has to be a reason.
we're gonna
'cause
find
if this
out.
is just a useless point.
I believe we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
I had two plans, and
Okay.
then I realized what I could do.
Soundproof, smell-proof box. How big is this box? Like
Big enough for a person to just lie spread eagle.
spread
Okay.
eagle, but like depth-wise, how are we talking?
Not much higher than their.
So it's
it's a
real.
spread eagle
It's a spread
coffin.
eagle box. Okay,
Spread
got
eagle
it. I
coffin.
got
Okay,
it.
yeah.
I got the visual in my head.
So I'm in a mattress. I'm in a California king mattress.
I like this. I like this. Yeah.
That's glass.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Or
Okay. Okay.
Then you're loaded into a ceiling,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
To a
And
ceiling.
behind a mirror
Okay.
that is
Two-way.
two-way mirror.
Yeah, got it.
And then you get a vacuum and suck the air out of the box.
Okay.
Am I the only one that thinks he's thought of this already?
Hold on. Wait, where are
Okay,
you going
fine,
with this?
sure.
Sucks the air out of the box.
And then the two hot girls that I have
Are
over
fucking.
are fucking me while you suffocate
Watching them fuck the two girls.
watching me fuck. the
You
two
don't
girls.
have to watch any of the death
I see
because
no
it's
death.
a
I
two,
just know they're
it's a
behind
one way,
there.
it's a two-way me.
And I'm fucking get my dick sucked by two beautiful
You
models.
are
That-
a sociopath.
that is-
100%.
Hold on.
You
hold
have
on.
murdered someone without a doubt.
We are definitely going to break this down.
Oh, we have to
But
dissect
where I
this.
want to start is why smell proof? Was that just a slip of the
No.
tongue?
No, he's leaving them up
No.
there so he can keep fucking girls while they'll
Originally, I thought just leave him there and starve them. I'll take a
on.
week. Maybe
Hold
2
on.
weeks.
I was saying, watch you fuck multiple
Yes.
girls.
They're-
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So you're gonna like. There's gonna be a couple of holes, but not enough. So they're gonna run out of breath eventually.
The best is
Well,
how
they're going
this
to starve
story
to death more.
the best-
No water.
how this story really goes is they watch Kamar live out his poor existence with no women, and it just bores them to death.
Jerking off.
That's what I'm saying. It's just Kamar
He
jerking off to
forgets-
porn.
he forgets
He's eating
they're up
Cheetos
there.
and crying at night. Yeah,
That's
it. There's just
up there.
He's watching YouTube with no ads. Kill me. Kill me.
Meanwhile, he finally remembers they're up there and opens it up, and they've gouged their eyes out.
No, they can't.
yeah, there's no
right.
movement.
Well,
Simon,
maybe they
yeah.
could. No, you just.
That is, I mean, listen, there are parts of that where I like your revenge. Like being like that would be terrible. But this watching you fuck, like that's
wait,
almost better
but hold
than
on.
nothing.
Stop.
Like imagine if they were just in a coffin. That would be way worse
the
than watching
person
you fuck.
killing you.
You didn't lay it out
Watching
properly.
fuck their wife, maybe.
You didn't lay it out
Thank you,
properly.
Simon. That's why
Okay,
you get the
yeah.
big bucks.
There we go.
That would probably be the most enjoyment of killing someone I hated.
Yes,
But I
there
don't-
you
I don't
go.
hate it once,
there
so
you
I'd
go.
never get
It's
there.
just some random girls they have to watch him fuck.
But you
They're
also
hot.
left
They're
out.
hot.
You also
That sounds good to me. I mean, mine is you.
no, but the 2 girls wasn't rape.
It's not rape.
Well,
No,
I'm
no.
not saying rape. Who brought rape into
I-
this?
I-
Well, the
lying.
wife is obviously rape. She's a willing participant in
Yeah,
this story.
he fucking conned them into it.
Matt, he brought the wife. I was satisfied with doing 2 people not related to the person.
I'm just trying to make it make sense.
Hey, you're lying in your bed.
Okay.
2 beautiful women are blowing you.
I love your dream
We're
scenario.
all there,
Okay.
yeah. Dude up there,
Yeah, I'm
just
stuck
giving
up
the
there,
finger.
Look at you now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
what to, I don't know what to
I
say,
got.
man.
It would be way better if it was the guy's wife, though. I'm just saying.
No, we realize that's disgusting.
And you don't have to rape her to make
There's
that
no
happen.
rape. There's no rape.
I don't like that you even brought rape into the
Well, because I don't
situation.
see where she's ever a willing participant.
She lost her husband. She's lonely. All of a sudden, he just disappeared. He's missing in a ceiling. Like,
No one sticks around. Okay, listen. You see a two-way.
Oh, no.
You see mirrors
Oh, no.
on the ceiling.
Oh,
That's an
no.
automatic red
oh,
flag.
no! You know how you know how that mirror can be. It can be like a screen. Like you can have a mirror, and then you press a button,
And
so
you
it
can
changes,
see?
and you see through it.
Yeah.
Right as she comes.
she sees her dead husband up
Yes.
You are a socio
That's what I
fucking.
said. I said, oh no.
But why
That's
are
what I
you-
said.
why
oh,
What's
no.
your
are you-
business card made
That's
out
what
of,
I said.
Kamar?
Why
Oh,
are
no.
you trying to punish the wife? She didn't do shit to you. Just
I hate
that's
this person.
I hate this.
that's,
See, that's,
That's
hold
all
on.
part
See,
of
this
it,
was
yeah.
the thing. You didn't mention this at first. I think you left out a piece.
What was that?
Am I having fun killing this person because I hate them?
You hate them, yeah.
Oh, see, you totally left that out. Now my Rube Goldberg machine makes no sense at all.
I still like your Rube Goldberg
I don't know,
machine.
you
It's
said you
fun.
hated it off the
No,
rep.
no, but I mean,
Like,
it's fun. It's a
obviously
fun way
heard
to
the
do it.
question.
I didn't know we were going like fucking see through coffins and ceilings and porn. Like he kind of changed the game on us here, Matt. I don't know if
And-
you
Oh, he
noticed.
definitely changed the game.
The consent is these people do not know they're.
Oh, there's
a big-
consent involved.
No, the women. The women.
Oh, right. Yeah, they don't know that they're having a dead guy wife. Yeah,
that's the only shitty part of
because
it.
they wouldn't be able to come
Oh, I
if they
actually
knew
thought-
that.
I
And
actually
you
thought-
want everybody to get
I
off.
want everyone to be happy.
Yeah, I know you, Kamar. You're a fucking giver.
No, but I thought in this weird world of yours, the 2 women were there to also enjoy his death.
Oh, that's interesting too. Maybe they're
If they
sickos.
hated him.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they're just into weird shit.
You find 2 women who hate him
Yes.
and fuck them. That's even better than the wife, Kamar.
And then you don't have to. You can save money on the mirror,
Or maybe you could have a
or the technology that does that.
maybe you could have a
Now that's shrewd.
hey,
not
yo,
douchey.
are you stuck on 2 girls? Could it be 3?
Could be, yeah, it could be a wild orgy.
So it could be 2 girls and the wife. That's pretty
Of course.
sweet.
Listen, why would there be a limit on the women? Obviously.
Simon's the sicko keeps bringing. The
I don't
wife
know.
into
It's
it.
Kamar's fucking murder fantasy. I don't.
He really does keep bringing the wife into it, right? He's dragging her back in for
I'm fighting the
no
wife.
good reason. Like,
never
Listen,
agreed
I
to the
can't
wife.
do this unless my wife is involved. All right.
we also haven't heard you're fucked up. I'm sure yours might now be worse than Kamar's.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't even thinking along these lines at all. I was thinking like, would I rather strangle somebody or shoot somebody or poison somebody or whatever? You know
Poison,
what
I
I mean?
think.
And I think it would no.
I mean, Kamar's smart to put sex in it because it's always enjoyable, right? Like even bad sex, you're like, this was still
He
enjoyable.
flipped the script. Now that I would think of a whole different
me
way
too,
to
of
do
course,
this,
yeah.
and guaranteed it would have porn involved and all sorts of fun stuff.
listen, first of all-
trampolines, paintball.
Hold on. First of all,
a buffet.
add the threesome to my Rube Goldberg machine right away, okay? There's no doubt. Like, we're always throwing the threesome.
I believe it's a given.
We're always adding the
I did not
threesome.
believe I had to mention the threesome.
The ball hits the thing, it pushes it down,
Yeah.
it hits the feather,
Two
it
naked women
tickles
fall
her
into my-
anus, she licks this
Yeah.
one, she blows you. I get it.
Yeah,
It's all
that's-
part of it. Yeah.
How long did
you
say
pull
your-
the bell?
How long did you
bullet
say your
shoots
machine
guy
went
in
for? 'Cause
face.
You watching the machine come as before.
Well, yeah, that's the fun of it,
As
too,
it
yeah.
gets to kill you.
I want to climax with the machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
But I
now-
also, moving forward, I want to add the threesome to any scenario that I might
It's a
put
given.
forward.
You
Yeah.
don't have to mention it.
Okay.
it's now a given.
Perfect. I'm glad. Okay.
It's
As long as
now-
we've
It's inferred
Okay.
that there will be a three-way.
Now that we have a baseline for where we're at, how this person dies.
Yeah. So all of that being said,
Yeah.
three-way
It's, again,
with
you
a
don't need
gun.
to say it.
With a gun.
That's your most enjoyable way is shooting someone?
That's if I was thinking like strangle, whatever. I don't want to strangle somebody. I don't want to watch the life go out of them. That doesn't sound nice.
But you
to
also
me.
feel like you're only picking like
I don't
want to
stab somebody.
That feels like it'd be
I
traumatic.
want to like fucking blow a hole through
Simon,
their fucking head.
hold
Oh,
on.
you're horrible, man. Fuck,
wait.
just fuck someone while they
With
start
the
to
threesome. I thought that was implied.
getting my
I thought that was implied.
Simon shoots him as he comes.
It's a given.
Simon,
It's a given.
but like my Rube Goldberg machine could end in a head wound gunshot, right?
Yeah, it's true. You didn't mention how it was going to
that's what I was saying, so-
I assumed it was going to be guillotine. That's just me.
Ooh,
Rube
that's a fun
Goldberg,
one.
icy guillotine.
Yeah, no, I like that.
But I'm old school about my Rube Goldberg machines and my killing,
I
for
think-
that matter, and my threesomes. So
He stumbled in the beginning trying to.
that's
steal
why a wife
bit
has.
from
That's why a
another show.
wife had to be involved because you're an old school about your threesomes.
is what I said.
needed to have a wife in there. I'm super old school.
I
About
can't
this.
do it
Yeah.
unless one of them is my wife.
or someone else's, as long as a wife.
No, it has to be mine.
Okay.
He gave.
It's the only way I'm allowed.
He gave credit where credit was due,
Yeah.
but tried to steal a bit from another show
To God.
And he did. Did they say what theirs was?
Yeah. What did they say?
Fitzy coincidentally also said ceiling.
So there's an Asian girl and a Colombian girl.
You're never gonna believe this.
Yeah, what are the fucking odds?
Oh no, I don't remember. I think maybe he said strangle, and I was like, strangle.
Oh,
That seems
strangle
crazy.
seems too, but
I mean,
Listen,
the whole,
if you want to
if
feel
you-
it,
they
strangling-
weren't thinking like you guys are thinking. They were thinking like
They're-
I was
they were
thinking,
inside the
and I
box,
was
and we're
thinking
clearly
that
outside,
way
yeah.
because that's how they were thinking. Strangle, shoot.
What
This is
the
how
least
Silicon
hassle
Valley
to
was
kill
built, by the
someone?
way.
Sorry,
What's the least hassle way to kill someone?
Shoot them, obviously.
the least hassle.
Like
way.
you want to the easiest
Probably
way to kill
poison.
someone. I think so.
You just poison them. You
to
walk
where-
away. You don't fucking worry about it.
You can't guarantee death that way.
You
You
can't.
can't really guarantee death anyway, Matt. There's
I
always
walk
a
up and
chance
shoot
somebody
you.
will-
I walk
No,
up and shoot you 10 times in the head.
Some people live from that.
That would be me.
Look at 50 Cent.
He got shot once in the.
He
I'm
got
just saying,
shot multiple
if I
times.
walk up
he
to
got
you-
shot like 14 times.
Yeah, not in the head. My point, Simon, again, is if I come up to you, I shoot you, I put you down,
Yep.
and then I walk up above your lifeless, almost
How,
dead body.
how many bullets did you say? 14? I bet you I can find somebody who got shot 14 times in the head and survived. Do you
love
want to
this
take
guy
that
finds
bet?
out the
Do you wanna
outlier?
take
No, I
that
don't wanna
bet?
take that
Well,
bet.
There you go.
You get another what are potato
throws his
chips
phone on the
sale
ground.
at fucking 7-Eleven?
Did you
Yeah,
say
no.
potato chips just fell on the ground?
No, I'm saying you're getting all your notifications about where the hot chip deals are.
The hot chip deals.
Oh, what an episode! What podcast would you recommend? And I think it's clear what I would recommend because I recommended it to Simon's father.
Weirdest flex. Yes, you did recommend it to Simon's father.
I think we should keep on talking.
Oh, you have more stuff?
I have more time.
Go
is
ahead.
what I have.
Oh, you have more time.
Yeah, so these people are really getting their money's
Oh,
worth
wait a
today.
second. Are we sitting at the behest that he'll just get up on us when it's time for him to go?
No, I'll give you fair warning.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Did you say behest?
I'm sorry, that was rude.
Listen, I figured that you'd want more. What do you call it?
Content.
Thank you.
I wish you had mentioned that because
I didn't know. It's
Yeah, I
just
know.
the way it worked.
I
out
was
today.
gonna buy the stuff to let us. I was gonna bring the PS4 in so that we could all play golf and like figure out how to stream it.
Interesting.
But it's gonna cost a couple $100.
Anyways, I don't have that much time
Yeah,
because
that's fair.
I'm.
That's fine.
That's great.
picked
I
up,
just
but-
stress out if you have to go to like
No,
try to
I
wrap
don't.
it up.
I don't. I have actual time to talk. Like time to talk. So
Like
most
time to
pleasurable
talk.
way to. So I've gotten in trouble a couple of times this week
Go
because
on.
it's so in my nature to say man.
Yeah, man.
Just
Trouble with who?
thanks, man. Not trouble, but like I could easily have gotten myself in trouble.
Yeah, by saying it to a former
To somebody
man.
who, yes, exactly. And not with any ill will at
Yeah.
all. You know what I mean? Just,
Simon, where are you hanging out that you come across these people?
I'm doing a lot of deliveries right now, so I'm seeing a real gamut of people.
You know what's interesting about it,
Who
Simon?
smoke weed.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I'll let you finish your
No,
point.
I
then
am
I'll-
done.
Oh.
That is it. That's as far as I'm willing to go with that.
It's almost like Merry Christmas. Like if someone in December, just hear me out. If someone in December super joyfully says to you, like just some random on the street is like, "Hey man, Merry Christmas." If you don't celebrate Christmas, you're just an asshole. If you're like, "Fuck this guy," you know what I mean? Like it's someone who's clearly extending what they celebrate, just saying to you the same way. Like I always found it weird where in the service industry, you'd give someone like a big jovial, like, "Hey, how are you today, man?" And they'd be like, "I'm a woman," you know, and you're like, ugh. Like immediately you're just like, I was clearly trying to just extend to you like the courtesy
Yeah.
of like, I didn't mean man. Like I just find it weird when people take that flex. Like if I'm rude off the jump,
I mean, some people just want to flex, right? So nobody flexed on me. I'm not saying that at
I get
all.
it. Yeah.
And I'm sure they had every right to do so. You know what I mean? But
You don't have a small example?
what do you mean?
You said you got in trouble by saying the word man. No? True or false?
Somebody who was transitioning.
Sure. It
So they were maybe what is going on with you over there?
was a hot road.
Then maybe no longer
was a hot
did it go
roach.
down your throat?
It's touch and go. I'm not going to go see a doctor now.
Touch and go.
Anyways, I think you know what where I'm going.
I
with
totally
this.
do.
Yeah.
And if
You just want me to say it?
it happened to me, I would say, and this person said, "Excuse me, I'm actually this," or whatever the interaction was, and not say it. There's no judgment or whatever. It hasn't happened to me.
I don't. Again, nobody said anything. It was more like I thought to myself, "You have to figure out a new."
Dude,
Sure. I mean, that seems a
Bud.
little. But yeah, I just,
Buddy. Short for buddy.
I don't have to say anything really. I could just say thanks. You know what I mean, or whatever.
can't call him chief.
No, you can't.
No, you
call them
can't.
chief.
No, that one doesn't fly.
Boss.
Boss.
Do you ever call
Those are
people?
all condescending.
No, boss isn't I
Yeah.
mean, it is.
There's no sexuality to it, though. There's no
Still
gender to boss.
condescending.
There's no gender.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
but it's very condescending.
What about brother?
Whatever, boss.
Do you ever call anybody brother?
Yeah.
Who do you call brother?
Everybody.
Do you call a black person a brother?
Thanks, brother.
You do.
Yeah.
If you're like at a store and a black person serves you, you say thanks, brother.
Yeah.
No,
or I might say,
not me.
yes, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I call everyone brother. Brother.
Do you give them the Black Panther sign too? Like,
I lead in, give a dap, and say respect. That's and so far it served me.
When you see like skinheads and shit, you just pull them close and
I
like
don't see those either.
close fist bump.
Don't see those either in my
he
neighborhood.
just plays all the bases. Anyone he sees, he really, hey, respect.
All the different groups
Yeah.
he's a part of.
Respect.
Really though, you just call everyone brother.
You know, I'll tell you this. In the last 2 years, the only
Hey, I'll tell you this.
real places I've hung out is at a comedy club.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it's very insulated for me. Like, I don't go to bars.
Yeah, you're not like heading down to the hood and throwing brothers around
No, I'm not.
down to Compton.
That's hard to do here.
Yeah, well, you could travel.
Are you scared about the bikers?
Scared?
Well, I guess it depends on what kind of bikers they are. Are we talking about like bike gangs are showing up?
The gangs that ride bikes.
Like the Hells Angels and the
I
Mongrels
hope
and
not. I
the
think it's just like, there's tons of biker association, a lot of ex-vets.
I know. I mean, there are all sorts of bikers. Like, if you look at what's that one there?
Hell's Angels? What are you talking about?
No, what's that big Daytona? Not Daytona.
Yeah.
Sturgis.
Sturgis.
Sorry.
Like that just looks like a really fucking good time. Is that what they're coming here to do?
I hope so.
What-
I don't think they'll do anything bad. I think it'll be all just like
No, but this is what I'm asking. I guess I don't think like is Sturgis bike gangs or is it like
No,
recreational
that-
motorcycle riders,
enthusiasts.
people who belong to like clubs,
Exactly.
like real clubs though, not biker clubs.
bunch of clubs are getting together and coming here.
How many bikers are they expecting?
40,000. No.
What?
No.
That's not a couple.
No, I heard 1,000.
1,000 bikers.
But still, it's a bit of area. But I don't think they're causing trouble or stay anywhere.
Oh yeah, they're only coming for 2 days. Yeah. I mean, look, if I was the police chief, I would put my money on it. I would bank my name on it.
And remember, there are mandates that still that not necessary.
There are mandates that are not necessary. The travel.
They're still
mandates.
going. When you ask about power,
Yes. Yeah. They never gave up on the travel.
look how many people there are together. They should all die, eh?
No.
They should all die, huh? They should watch me fuck 2 girls.
No, I didn't say it like that. But if they check the wastewater of the Masters after, it's going to be just spiked with COVID. Have you
a good
ever
point.
seen so many stories about the wastewater in Ottawa?
Dude, I'd never heard anyone talk about the wastewater
And I
until
bet you
COVID.
there's more cocaine in the wastewater than there is COVID.
That's a good point. There's probably a lot of cocaine in the wastewater.
Because we have a friend who knows that they see everything, like Molly and everything.
Yeah, of course.
But they only tell you about the COVID, not in relation to any other things in the water.
But they only tell you about the COVID.
Again, right now you can pretty much do anything you want, minus the travel. If you want to travel, you gotta.
And that's why it's not a concern.
It's not. You don't have to have a passport though. You can take a test or something, and that'll be. Yes, Kamar, I read the thing
You can get on a train with a test
on a plane.
on a plane.
If you take a test getting on and a test getting off, you don't need a Vax passport. There are ways around the Vax passport, is all I'm saying.
There are ways.
It's still a pain in the ass. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes taking off their shoes to go on a plane because of September 11th. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hassle. It is. I get it.
But given everyone else has just got rid of it, it's strange to hold on
It's
to.
strange to hold on to that. I'll agree to that. I'll agree to that. Do I think it's some sort of nefarious thing where they're like holding on to it to maintain this power so they can then like have another whatever it was? No, I don't think that's the case. But look, I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
If Justin Trudeau really is like a puppet for Klaus Schwab and he really is been implanted into our government to be like this secret ruler of the new world, because that's the newest thing, Maddie, by the by. Guy who loves it. Loves a good conspiracy
You're
theory.
not
I
gonna say that
loves
on
it.
camera.
Sorry?
I'm just kidding.
I can't say this on
I
camera?
say, oh, you can't say that.
Okay,
But you
won't.
can say that.
I will.
You can say whatever you want.
Finish your point. If he's going to be the leader of the new world under Klaus Schwab, then it's all right. Like, it's not nefarious.
What?
You were just saying you don't
Yeah.
think it's nefarious if he is Klaus Schwab's stoolie and he's going to be.
Oh, then it lines up nicely for that. I'll concede that he doesn't want to give up the power because he's going to need to implement that same whatever. What was it? Well, what did he implement during the trucker thing that everybody was so up in arms about?
Oh,
that
the
he wasn't
Emergencies
good?
Act.
Oh, right. So is this part of the Emergencies Act?
No, this is the original pandemic where
So
it's
this-
a state of emergency.
So he really has no power to do that.
I'm sure you remember early in, Doug Ford was saying Trudeau's got to shut down the airports. So that's the problem. People are coming into Canada. Like he's got
Okay.
So that's what he controls.
What? Sorry,
If you're
that's what Doug
Canadian-
Ford controls.
No.
Airlines and
Yeah.
trains are federal
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
Oh, so that's the only thing he really has flex over anymore, is what you're saying.
That's what
So the only thing he has flex over, he's still flexing on. Okay. Look, I'll concede to that. But right now, it's nothing more than an inconvenience.
But as a conversation
So-
I had with a friend, well, why don't they just get vaccinated and all these problems go away?
I don't care about that. Get vaxxed, don't get vaxxed. People should do whatever the fuck they want. the people who are not vax should not get a hard time from anybody. And the people who are vax should not get a hard time from anybody. I've seen more hate the other way, frankly, of people yelling at people for still wearing a mask. Like, what do you fucking care?
I do it
I
under
don't
my
understand
breath.
that
I do it under my breath.
Well, that's fine.
Let everybody do whatever the fuck they want. Like,
But it's a new thing. If you walk into like a shop unmasked and everyone's not wearing, you're unmasked and everyone's wearing masks.
yeah.
You feel like an asshole.
No, you shouldn't.
We shouldn't. But
No.
on the other side, if you walk a place and everyone's unmasked, and
You're a
wearing
mask, then you feel like an
idiot.
asshole. But you shouldn't. I mean, if that, because for all you, Kamar,
Woulda, shoulda, coulda, fucking.
Kamar,
Woulda, shoulda.
if you were around somebody who did test positive for COVID, you probably should wear a mask.
And you should not be out.
But if you have to be out, then you should wear a mask. Like, do you see though the attitude? It's like, it's fucking unbearable. It's unbearable. Sorry.
What's the attitude? I'm saying whatever. It's
No,
a scandemic.
No, nobody likes to be like oppressed. I get it. You know what I mean? And you don't like it, but now you're doing it to other people. Like,
Oh no, it's hypocrisy.
it's such a quick turnaround. It's exactly what the left did that you just finished. Like, you haven't even finished getting it out of your mouth and you've already flipped to do the exact same thing. It's so hypocritical.
Look at his
is.
face. He's
It is.
smiling ear to ear.
How about this?
And my old people thing, I was just shocked. I'm shocked
You
that
switch as fast as I did.
No, I know. I'm willing to come around, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Come on.
I came
No,
around,
no. But I'm still shocked. Look, I'm willing to not be so enraged by it anymore. That was my point. It still shocks me that they wouldn't be hedging their bets. If I was old and I wanted to stay alive, if I wasn't like one of those people who is just like, I'll fucking take my chances. If I had grandkids and people depending on me and whatever, you know what I mean? Children or whatever the case is, that old people still have lives, some of them. I would be, and I'm watching people still get sick around me, even though they're vaccinated. I would be a little more likely to just hedge my bets. That was more my shock and awe at the whole thing. But I'm not like walking around yelling at old people.
No,
I'm not yelling at anyone, and I haven't really seen that, but I haven't been out a lot. I understand you're out a lot, so.
No, I just don't think you're that far from yelling at people.
Kamar's like, I don't yell. I scoff under my breath, and I think about having them in my ceiling watching me fuck two beautiful women.
and-
It's not a big deal.
And now that I'm not wearing a mask, they can see my face as
Yeah.
I'm blatantly scoffing at them and saying, "Look at this dummy," under my breath.
Oh my God. I may start wearing the mask just for like.
Just
So
for
you
shit
can
talk.
hey, dum dum.
Ditch the geek. All the lines.
Ditch the geek.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God, how old are you? We used to
That's
say that in
hilarious.
high school.
I know, but no one knows where it's coming from. Ditch the geek.
Kamar's like, hey,
That would be a great on the
come
street thing
come
to
to
do.
my friend. We're gonna bend the thing on this door and watch everybody hit their face as they walk in.
But they can't see who it is. It's like ventriloquism.
Dude, if you could
almost.
learn to throw your voice like a ventriloquist, that would be incredible.
Well, half the battle is seeing your lips move, so that's what the mask takes care of.
Kamar, the even funnier thing would be do it where no one else is around, where it could only be you.
No, you're doing it. And
You
you're
know
trying
what'd be
to-
hilarious?
Ditch the geek.
You know, it'd be hilarious if you threw a blanket on top of someone and then just beat the shit
The
out of them.
blanket of doom.
Yeah.
That would be
That's-
hilarious.
That's a quality one, yeah.
Ditch the geek is a little less aggressive,
It's all in the same vein.
but it's a little
It's all
less
in the same
violent
vein.
'cause
If you're saying ditch the geek, you just finished reading a book about how to neg a girl.
Simon, violence is violence. Okay. No, this is the last one I got for you guys.
So who do we think is going to be on?
Bert Kreischer.
Oh,
I stole that from you, Matt. You said it 4 weeks
No.
ago.
No, I said it
Doug
this time.
Stanhope.
know.
Doug
I'm just
Stanhope.
joking.
Doug Stanhope, which Greg said he did the movie with. They touched on that, but the globe is like 200 years old. Did you know that?
Like the world or the globe?
The globe that we use in school.
The heliocentric.
Oh, no, I thought you meant the one
the
we live on.
heliocentric globe model.
Well, you know, it's a couple more years.
Okay.
But the conventional globe
Yeah.
we use in school,
Yeah,
200
it's
years
very
old.
new.
Sure.
Very new.
Go on.
They just happened to get it right 200 years ago. And now we've come this 200 years later, we're like, yeah, No one's got up there to check.
Hold on a
how
second.
accurate the
Just
globe
because
is.
the first globe was made then, that doesn't mean the first map was made then.
But that map is still the map today.
What's crazy is that how big they make America, and then you question about winners writing history.
The proportions is another story.
Yeah, it's not that big, and yet it's the biggest thing on the map.
Russia's pretty big on that map. I think the real disservice is Africa.
Yeah.
Like, you can put everything
Yeah.
in Africa.
And places where white people don't live.
No. Someone said you can't. Someone wrote in and said you can't.
Well,
They corrected you.
No, that's right. What did you say? Sorry, I don't know.
I said you can put almost everywhere inside of Africa.
We don't even know that.
Maybe half the world inside Africa. It's a lot inside
You
Africa.
can put a good, I'm pretty sure you can put like Europe, Asia, North America. Like, what are we doing here? Google it though, Kamar. I could be wrong. Listen, first of all, I'm wrong often, and I have no problem
There's
being
no
wrong.
reason to get defensive.
No, if you want to correct me, I appreciate
But
it.
do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I would like to make a suggestion for a new thing on the podcast.
Okay.
I think we should all put $20 into a pot,
Okay.
and then the winner gets it if they guess who comes on. It just puts a little more.
So every week we put $20 in the pot.
Well, we keep adding to the pot. Maybe not $20. How about $5? And then that way,
Sure.
my guess for this week, I won't
Bert
use Bert
Kreischer.
Kreischer. No, Elon.
No, what we should do is just get
Elon's-
stacks of
Elon's
$1
coming up.
bills and bet those on each week.
Well, okay, sure. Just a totally void form of currency.
Yes, that's what he wants. We could do U.S. ones. Get a stack of
Like,
US.
are you talking about loonies?
That's cooler money. Hey, can we stop for a second and agree?
Yeah, the greenbacks. Yeah, no, we're
American money feels
Yeah.
like real money,
in full agreement.
and everything else feels weird.
The greenback
I want Bitcoin.
To be able to hold it, I'm just saying.
It's weird for the guy who wants to live in the forest wants Bitcoin.
I don't. I was trying to make a bad
An
joke.
American wad is just the best feeling thing in the biz, man.
I want gold.
Listen, all you need is one. If you have $100 bill,
on the outside.
yeah, you just feel like it doesn't matter what's in the middle.
You can pay me in bullets.
Okay, you heard it here first.
There it
Simon
is.
wants to be
Like,
paid
wow,
in bullets.
That's violence.
Actually, pay me in cash. I'll transfer it to bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I
Okay,
got.
hold
for
on. I'll
today.
see if I got anything else.
Oh my
Just
god,
one
he's going
second.
back to his.
We can just sit and enjoy the game too.
Well, let's just end this, yeah,
Okay,
and then
sure.
we'll. Okay, that was a post, Joe. Thank you for
What a
listening
post
or
show.
watching.
This might have been the best post show of all time.
It was pretty good. It was also 2 hours long. So
We're in love with ourselves.
I'm in love with the cocoa, and that was a post, Joe. Enjoy your week. Have a great weekend.
Keep your eyes open.